And I was muted! Hello! At least I noticed by myself this time. Hello and welcome. This is Brandy Rose Smith, Live the Forbidden Library, and today we are reading the final installment of Colosseum Pilot episode by Tom Falconer. Welcome everyone. Grandma noticed, it's okay. Welcome Normal Size Phantom, welcome Jake, welcome Lucas, welcome Enderman, welcome Trouble, welcome. Look at everyone then lurking. Hi lurkers, hi. And Vodders, hi Vodders, hi. Great joke to play on British people is to ask them to name populous coastal country in the southwest England, and when they answer Kent, say, what did you just call me? Yeah, that would work. That would work. So, before we start, we gotta recap. 84% of this book, but luckily it's not that much of a long book, so hopefully it shouldn't be too long. So, I believe this is based in 2060 in Vegas. They have set up a whole hotel for the VR sensational game called Evolution, where it's kind of like, you know, like how Overwatch has like different heroes, but rather than like team battles and stuff, it's a one-on-one fighter with different heroes. And they've set up like a whole hotel for this. The top leaguers, they stay in this hotel, they're looked after, and it's a whole thing. It's a whole big thing. And two of the people at the top is this one guy called Sci-fi, 17 years before Cyberpunk, indubitably. And one guy called Ken. And they're pretty high up at the top. Problem is, Cypher has been diagnosed with arthritis and maybe seeing the end of his career soon. Yeah, Ken challenges him or he challenges Ken, one or the other. Hello, Red Candy Guy, welcome. And they fight only for some magical hidden skill to save Cypher in the end. And for Cypher to win. In kind of a little bullshitty way. I don't really blame Ken for being a bit mad at it, I'm not gonna lie. Problem is, Ken takes it really badly. Because he's a martial artist, and one of the biggest issues with this game, it seems to be, because it's very physical, it's drawn in a lot of crowds from the martial arts crowd, and they don't like the game side of it that has a bit of RNG and, you know, game mechanics and things. They just want to fight without getting hurt like you can in the game. So he starts training on his own to get revenge. Also finds out that his favorite streamer's dating Cypher, and he gets really pissed about that too. And then he starts training with this new hero called Fallen Angel, and oh lord, is it so edgy. Channel your rage! Literally kind of edgy. It's so good. Meanwhile, Cypher is happily dating Ken's favorite streamer, and starts to retire because, you know, he knows his arthritis is going to get the best of him soon. So he retires, and he gets like 10 trainees. They're supposed to do like one at a time, train up 10, and then they can officially be a trainer. He wanted to train 10 at the same time. Ken finds out that Cypher has somewhat retired, gets pissed, and decides to take it out on his trainees. So he challenged one of his trainees to a battle. This trainee is, I think his name is Dryden? And he uses a character called TCG, who basically uses a deck of cards to do lots of random stuff. He is one of the most hated characters in the game, especially by martial artists. So he's been doing his best to train for that, while other ones have been training. Ken has also tried to bribe one of the other trainees into giving them information. Hello, Void! I'ma give a slightly vague update on the fanfic. So yeah, I hope you don't mind Trish horsing around. Yeah, it's not vague. That's not vague at all. What a long recap. Of course it's a long recap. We're 84% of the way through the book. Of course it's a long recap. And that's about where we're up to. We're going to have a character called Nebu. Yeah, it's 84%. The pilot, yes. Yeah, but I think that is about it for the recap. I have a small request before we start, and I'm going to make this request at the end as well. So, As I'm going to be hunting for sponsorships and things, and have been recently as well. And I would like your guys' help with that a little bit. So some of the people I want to approach for sponsorship are going to be indie publishers and things like that. And the more I can prove that I am a A+ influencer, the better. And now I'm not asking you to buy the book. I know a lot of people don't have spare money, and that's okay. That's okay. That's okay. What I'm asking though is that once I've read this book, that if you're interested in helping me out with that, could you review it? I have 2 links in the description, one for the Amazon page for this book and one for the Goodreads page of this book. If you've enjoyed any of the books I have read, if you've enjoyed this book, I would be very grateful if you could leave a review for it, because not only does that help the writer of this book, it helps me prove that I can do influencer things, and it generally helps the authors on any platform. It helps push them up in whatever algorithm and things like that when it comes to searches, and helps people. So if you could do that, obviously it doesn't cost you anything, so I would highly appreciate it. Obviously we haven't read the whole book yet, but I really wanted to get that in there just before we started. Why is Trickle still linked? Why is Trickle still linked? Oh, I don't know why. Let me change that a hard sec. I mean, you should go follow them anyway. They got some good stuff. Save. Okay, Trickle's no longer linked. Will do. Thank you. Really worried these streams will make me want to get back into writing. Writing's fun! You should do it! It's fun! You know what I mean? If you're nervous about it, you don't have to show anyone. You can just delete it right afterwards. It makes you happy. Or you could just keep it and then look at it again. Mountain Dew sponsorship. That would be hilarious for someone in England where they don't sell Mountain Dew. You should go to get the Gamer Subs to sponsor you for sponsorships. It looks easy to do. Yeah, I've definitely looked at it. I doubt Gamer Subs will sub random VTuber with barely 55k subs. Yeah, I don't know. I've applied for a few. I'm looking here and there. So I just wanted to say that because that's just a plan I have. But for now, back to the book. Chapter 27. Overextending. Yo, Nebu, come over here. It won't take long. Nebu dropped his gear and caned his way over to Cypher and his many screens. What's up? You overextended a few times yesterday, and I want to go over these replays. Look here. Ah, thanks, Sly Guy. Appreciate it. Go on, Magic Runs, read me the funny insert mocking movie. Cypher gestured towards the bottom left monitor, and Nebu leaned in closer on Cypher's left. You're tiring yourself out and leaving yourself more vulnerable than you have to. I like that you are pressing your advantages, but sometimes your follow-ups may not go as you want them to. It's okay to back up and catch your breath. If you go all in, whiff, and leave yourself out there exhausted, it's no good. Nebu could definitely see what Cypher was referring to. It's good going over these so quickly after it's over. Well, good. We can continue to do this, Cypher said, nodding. It's tempting in there, when you know you have them on the back foot, staggered. I've won a lot of fights pushing it like that, Nebu said, defending himself. Hey, Bryony, if I get better at art, can I apply to be one of your main artists? I mean, I don't really have application forms for that. I just commission people as I need it. If you get really good at art and I see your art, then I might yes. I'm not trying to make you doubt your impulses. I'm here to give you another perspective. The more tired you are, the more you are leaving the fight's fate to the unknown. You should always be in control. Leave as little to chance as possible. Cypher turned his attention to the screen and went to pull up another replay. Cypher froze in pain, trying not to draw attention to it, but couldn't help but bring his hands closer to himself. He felt like he managed to hide it, but Nebu didn't miss much. Cypher fast-forwarded 20 minutes on the next replay and hit play. Right here, again. Semtex had recovered when you whiffed, and you kept on. He had complete composure and dodged a few more. You were left hanging, out of breath, with a recovering opponent. This is the window of opportunity for the opponent. You need to prevent from occurring. You're lucky Semtex didn't press here. Maybe he was exhausted, I don't know. That's something I need to talk about with him. Hello, Scarlet of Iron, welcome. I think I'll try practice by writing a Moon Girl manga, since colour pencils are not a thing I like replacing. How do you know I wasn't baiting him? How do you know that he didn't think I was baiting him, and that's why he didn't press in? Nebu said with a smirk. Cypher laughed and nodded. It was the first time Cypher had let go since the training started. Yeah, okay, Nebu, if you were baiting, that was some amazing acting. You need to get the hell out of here and go be a movie star. Alright, peace. I'll remember you little people when I'm accepting Grammys. Cypher smiled. He liked Nebu, but he needed to be careful not to treat anyone too special. It would not be good for the group. Go get to work, Nebu. Get warm before Semtex gets here. You need every advantage you can milk. It stung Nebu a little. That's exactly why he had gotten here early. He felt exposed, even though it was nothing to be embarrassed about. Nebu started to understand how perceptive and aware Cypher was. The guy is training 10 top competitors, analysing replays, talking with friends in high places, and now apparently he knows exactly why I get here a little early? Why does he need to know that? Nebu turned away from Cypher, not sure what to say, and walked towards his console when Dryden came into view, returning from the bathroom. Dryden didn't even look over to Nebu as they passed. He had his head down, thinking, sweat dripping, his eyes in a daze from the grind, moving slightly slower than was normal for him. Nebu could see him, persisting through the fatigue. All Nebu could get out of Cypher was that Dryden was trying to collect powerful cards. Nebu couldn't make much sense out of Realm of Cards, but he could feel one thing. Dryden was on a mission. Nebu knew focus when he saw it. Others had taken notice of Dryden's commitment as well. The tension between Dryden and the martial artist was replaced with mutual respect for the grind. They also felt sorry for Dryden. Nobody wanted to take on Ken right away. TCG Player and other mythics like it still represented a threat to the vision a lot of fighters were clinging to, but as far as Dryden himself was concerned, they were warming to him. Nebu stood in front of the console, taking a few deep breaths and listening to what seemed to be an even louder ventilation system than normal. He probably is trying to get Exodia. There's 100% Exodia in this game. He entered his console. Nebu had been competing in real-world mixed martial arts up until a few years ago, when he snapped his leg from his opponent's checking one of his hardest kicks. A young and hopeful martial artist's dream obliterated. Nebu thought that he would never compete in anything physical again. How could he not think that? That's what the doctors were telling him, and the pain sure as hell reinforced it. Nebu had no interest in people telling him what he can do and what he cannot do. It had been 2 years since Evolution's released the Injured User Patch. Nebu couldn't believe the article he read online 2 years ago. Fun fact, Pot of Greed makes the... That's what Pot of Greed does! But what does it do? The Blue Eyes copyright free dragon. That's true, we already did have the copyright-free dragon, didn't we? I forgot about that, he already used it. This patch has been in production for many years, and I'm excited to announce that people with past injuries and some disabilities, within reason, will be able to play comfortably, because they deserve to too, and I love them. That is all. Well, thank you, Maxwell Angel of 2058. It was a pretty big mic drop moment. The people who were still holding out their opinions on Max couldn't help but throw in the towel when YouTube and Gab TV videos were created by the disabled users. Testimonial after testimonial popped up online that Max had delivered. These handicapped people were not only playing, they were winning. These injured players all seemed to eventually break down in tears, thanking the company and Max. That was all it took for Nebu to take his first steps into evolution. Aww, that's really sweet. Chapter 28, the new cards! As the Evo console released Dryden, Cypher was standing in view waiting for him. Find what you need? Dryden exited the console, looking absolutely exhausted. His eyes were dry and he was hunched over, squinting. I can't believe this. Thank you, Cypher. Win or lose, these cards are the rarest and most expensive I own. Nobody has ever done something like this for me. This is a small fortune. Cypher nodded. It wasn't all me. Some of the rogue members of a certain guild have taken interest in you. They like the idea of a TCG player being in the Colosseum. Sure, I called in the favour, but let's say it wasn't the most difficult negotiation. You have people behind you, Dryden. Dryden was feeling graced and at the same time completely exhausted from that 12-hour adventure in Evo. I'm not sure what to say. Thank you, Cypher. Hey, Bryony, do you think Claire would hate being blonde? I don't know. I think she'd be amused by the novelty for a while. I don't think she's ever really done different hair colours before. A prepaid Tesla is outside waiting for you. You need to rest, man. Everybody else already took off. I want you to give your body a break tomorrow. When you come into practice tomorrow, we'll go through Ken's past replays, and we need to form a game plan. I don't want you working out or in Evo. You gotta be sore after the past couple of days. What y'all had to do to get those cards. My computer is hooked up to all the consoles, by the way, Cypher said with a smirk. Something I forgot to mention to that barcode. I have a new respect for you TCG. Now, go to sleep. Let your muscles recover. I'll see you tomorrow. Dryden walked tiredly over to the elevator, rubbing his eyes, and headed up. Yah! Yaw! I know, it doesn't really work. You can't really say y'all with a British accent. You really can't. It doesn't work. It's not the same word. Dryden walked tiredly over to the elevator, rubbing his eyes, and headed up. When Dryden was out of sight, Cypher turned around and rubbed eyes of his own. He walked over to a storage box, pulled out a sleeping bag, unrolled it on a cot, and was sleeping within 2 minutes. He just like sleeps there. I'm gonna just hibernate in the gym. Goodbye. After Dryden had conked out for about 5 hours, he woke up around 3 in the morning and was currently alone in his hotel room, adding the finishing touches to his self-made imitation deck. His bag was laid out across the table, with note cards and coloured pencils. He had some upgrades he'd need against Ken. It had been a struggle incorporating the new cards. They were upgrades, sure, but Dryden was not used to these new cards, and there wasn't any time to ladder. Cypher made it clear that I was to rest until the fight. It was tempting to disobey Cypher and get a ladder session in before the fight with Ken. Reading the cards and seeing VODs online was one thing, but Dryden felt he needed to actually use the cards himself before going up against his toughest opponents. That's very true. That is kind of a good point. I mean, I suppose it is kind of bad for you guys, isn't it? I probably should be a bit more strict on you for that point. Apologies. It is very confusing for people watching the stream for me to jump onto another topic, and it's best to stay on the topic of the stream. So if you could keep Mungo questions to the thing. Like I said, if you have Mungo questions, you are free to DM me for that. I know you said you're shy for it, but please do. Please DM me for those things. Dryden was finishing going back and forth with himself. What was I up to? Stuff his opponent. The cards are not going to auto-win against Ken unless I use them well. Should I even use the new cards? Dryden was finished going back and forth with himself. It came down to the simple fact that he wasn't comfortable taking cards he'd never used into the biggest match of his life. He needed to know what cards to get rid of as well. There needed to be some trial and error. What if the new cards didn't fit right? Dryden had overheard the pay-to-use Evo consoles on the south wing of the elevator floor. Dryden didn't have much, but he could cover a ladder session. I gotta call Cypher. Cypher picked up after a few rings, sounding tired as fuck. You taking it easy? Cypher groggily asked. Yeah, I am. I feel rested, but I need to actually use these cards, man. In a real match, I understand your concern about me resting, and I'm telling you, I feel good. I need to get a feel for these new cards before the match versus Ken. It won't matter how I'm rested if I'm unfamiliar with the cards. You need rest more than anything, I'm telling you. Get some good sleep. Cypher, you gotta listen to me. Either let me come in and practice with the new cards, or I'm not using them in the fight tomorrow. I'm sorry, that's just how it has to be. I'm not bringing cards I'm not comfortable with into the match against Ken, that's it. Fine. I get it. Come in tomorrow morning. I'll break up the round robin and see who wants to help you out. Just take it easy, alright? Go 50% and stay fresh enough so that you can take Ken. I want to check out these cards now, though. I was thinking of using one of the pay-to-plays in the hotel. And fight who? Someone on the ladder? With your new cards that Ken has no idea about? Dryden, I took you in as an intelligent individual until this moment. I took you as an intelligent individual until this moment. Well, I need to practice with them at some point, Cypher. It's just about it isn't just about holding the card up and collecting wins. It feels like slowly turning into my hero. It kind of is, because he is, like, teaching and things like that. Man, do be just, yo bro, I need a plan. I need to optimize my deck. You cannot use those cards on the ladder, Dryden. Ken doesn't know about your new cards. In fact, there's a chance he is confident you won't be using any new cards. Well, I was going to do something new tonight and sleep for more than... What time is it? Oh, whatever. You could meet me at the gym for some early morning sparring. If you must do this now, so be it. Seriously? Yeah, hurry up. Dryden hung up and pinged a Tesla. The app asked Dryden if he wanted food, so he added a few Egg McMuffins after finding the McDonald's tab. Yay! Tesla incorporated Grubhub into the app, so Tesla could pick up whatever food the rider wanted before getting picked up. Dryden decided to add a couple more in case Cypher was hungry, before confirming the ride. Yay! I mean, he brought Mackies, so, like, all is forgiven, right? Chapter 29, Hired. Who's Tammy? Tammy was entertaining guests. She had gotten a babysitter to come over and hang out with Jimmy in his room, while the adults took over the rest of the home. It was a 4-bedroom home with 3 bathrooms and a nice neighborhood. Oh, I think Jimmy was Ken's fan, who is now a Cypher fan, and is now the child of one of the new commentators, I believe. Sponsored Maccas. Nah, not Maccas. Mackies. Maccas is Aussie. I doubt Ken knows anything about the cards. He's probably just grinding his own character and probably adapt with the skills he's acquired. Yeah, that's the hilarious thing, is they're prepping because they think he's going to be fighting as Rengo, but he's not. He's not. Scary. Mark had been learning a few things here and there in his spare time, fixing up the place slowly, or at least as fast as it was coming down. Tammy looked over at Mark, who seemed to be glowing from what had to be some surprising news. One of her friends tried to grab her attention, but she put a hand up, pointing towards the bathroom, saying she would find her later. Being 15 weeks pregnant, she didn't have to lie about needing the restroom, but she wanted to see what was up with Mark first. She made her way through the party and joined him. What is it? Who was that? I got the job! Mark was Mark's mouth was wide with smile. And he embraced Tammy carefully because of the pregnancy. Yes, embrace the pregnant lady, but carefully. You're going to cast the Colosseum? Yeah, Kim liked me apparently. They want me to be like the analyst guy, Mark said. Tammy smiled. That's so great. I'm so happy for you. This is awesome. Yeah, this is great. As long as I can do a good job. Oh, I'm a bit nervous though. You'll do fine, Mark. You know more about evolution than anyone. Thanks, sweetheart. We'll see how it goes. Are you going to be able to keep up with all the writing and cast? I was thinking about hiring another writer for the site to keep up with some of it for me. I didn't put a whole lot of thought into it because I didn't think I would get the job, but here we are. Yep, Mark has become the casting man. That's a good idea. Could we afford to hire someone? Sure, they're paying well. I'll start looking for someone. Well, that's great, honey. I'm so proud of you. I think you'll do great casting. I can't wait to see you on the big screen, Tammy said with a smile and a slight weight shift. It's something, isn't it? I haven't felt these nerves since I started gaining traction with the website, said Mark. Tammy didn't want to be a downer, but also wanted to throw a warning Mark's way. You and Jimmy always watching the fights together. Have you thought about how you're going to tell him that you'll be working? Oh, you're right. I hadn't thought about that, Mark said while bringing his hand to a sobering face. I'll have to talk with him. We'll figure something fun for him. So I guess that means like he has to go live in the Colosseum and therefore not be home for his kiddo. Casting so much, might as well be a fisherman. Are we supposed to root against the guy who went crazy over a League of Legends streamer in a card game battle, or... no, I don't want to root for him. I'm all about that card gamer, that's me. But you can root for whoever you like, Void. I won't judge you. I will judge you, Lucas, I'm judging you. Chapter 3, Ken connects to the internet. Oh my god. But actually, no, that is kind of a big deal. Because the reason they don't know that he's shifted or anything is because he hasn't connected to the internet for ages. Cypher could do nothing more. Dryden was on his own at this point and asked if he could be alone in the gym for a few hours. You sure you don't want to come to the party tonight? You can compete out of my console. We can celebrate after you win. Nah, I like my console. I want to use this one. Suit yourself. Probably best to avoid high schoolers in my suite anyway, after what happened last time. I don't want to know, Sci-Fi. I don't think I want to know. Hackerman, he's in. I don't know any of the characters, but let's go funny and sub on. No! TCG! 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 Cypher respected the space and left Dryden alone in his gym. Cypher was even more pumped for the fight than Dryden. He had a smile on his face and was calling the rest of the team. He invited them over to watch the match live from his balcony view. His job was done. Ash Hannah was working the event, but I got my fighters, right? They deserve a break. They need to let off some steam. Team chemistry, right? Unit cohesion. Yeah, I'm happy at having people over. Let's party! Cypher disposed of who in his suite last time? It is heavily implied that Cypher had young girls in his suite. But we're gonna just look over that, I guess. Cypher poured himself a shot to set the tone and started inviting his team over and getting food ordered. Cypher's fighters, their dates and their girlfriends started filtering in, and the party was growing exponentially leading up to the fight. It wasn't until right before the fight, when Ken had reconnected his console to the internet, that Ken's achievement had been added to the cloud. And subsequently, when Cypher's phone alerted him, he pulled his phone closer, and what he had been trying to piece together for the past couple nights was now in plain sight, looking him in the face. In the most recent achievements, Ken had unlocked To Hell and Back. Before that, Ken had unlocked A Bond Understood. He's off Rengo, playing as one of the demons. Cypher immediately did a search on his phone to figure out what mythic these achievements belonged to. He found there were quite a few players that had earned A Bond Understood, and that achievement belonged to Fallen Angel. Nobody else had gotten the achievement To Hell and Back. Ken was the first. Everything made sense immediately. Cypher had never thought Ken would change mains. He was the most try-hard Rengo there was. He must have gone pretty deep into Fallen Angel. It explains the increased strength. I should have saw this shit coming. I knew something was there. This was a massive piece of information that was well kept by Ken. Cypher couldn't help but have some respect for him. It was too late. Ken and Dryden were already getting invites to the game. Dryden will have prepared absolutely zero against Fallen Angel. Does Dryden even know any of his moves? Oh no. You're rooting for Incel, but I'm betting TCG. I actually think Incel will win. Because this is Piolet episode, this is the first book. I don't think TCG will win. Ken will win this. That is my bet. That is where my writer logical brain is going. But my heart wants TCG to win. Let the baby win. Let the baby win. Let's find out. Fallen Angel, Cypher said aloud, shaking his head, still looking down at the live Evo forums. That's why he was bigger. Nebo turned and locked eyes with Cypher, nodding with a solemn face that told Cypher, damn, we could have caught that. Well, it seems obvious now, but I don't blame myself for that. Ken did a good job hiding it. Cypher was slurring a little and jolly. Even through all that, Nebu knew Cypher was beating himself up pretty badly for not catching it. TCG doesn't have the heart of the cards. He does! He does! I believe in him! I believe. Ken might just be a smarter baddie though. Starter baddie. No, I don't think he is. If he is, I will be shocked. I will be shocked if he is. If you did catch it, I would have been impressed. I didn't catch it either, Nebu said. I should have caught it, Cypher said, looking down. I train against Fallen Angel on hard AI all the time, at least, Semtex said, while grinning ear to ear and clinking Cypher's glass. I hope he challenges me. Well, that's something. Remind me that when I inevitably forget tonight, I'm not super sober right now, and it's going to get worse before it gets better. Cypher turned and spoke to the rest of the party. Let's get off some steam tonight! Vegas! Cypher said while smirking and taking another sip, gesturing everyone outside to the balcony. The match would start at any moment. He slid open the soundproof balcony doors. The entire crowd and drums boomed throughout Cypher's party. The hotel was alive. And the energy was abundant. This crowd doesn't even know Ken is about to show up as fallen angel against a TCG player. Cypher got everyone's attention near his drum outside and started attempting to yell over the Colosseum crowd. If you've never hit a drum, you have to hit the drum! They all took turns banging the drum with the beat of the rest of the crowd and laughing hysterically. They couldn't help but let loose. Stop laughing so much. You aren't going with the rhythm. Cypher had the biggest grin the whole time, occasionally holding his drink towards the center of the arena, screaming, I love this shit! What if dude was cheating though? I don't think he is. There is no cheating in the Colosseum. At least I can't think of a way you could physically cheat other than game code. Cypher found bliss in the fact that the fight was out of his control now. Maybe he could have done a few things differently. Maybe he could have seen the mythic swap. It didn't matter. It was all left up to Dryden now. Cypher held his glass and bowed his head, facing the center of the Colosseum. Good luck, buddy. Old buddy El Pal. Here we go. Lightning cracked through the Colosseum, and Dryden was on the move. Ken fell from the sky, but undershot his trajectory, slamming the black end of his staff into the earth and displacing mud through the air. Dark energy leaked away, leaving a crater in the earthly stage. This fucker's pretty fast. The stage had small streams throughout. It was the base of a lush mountain. Rain had been pouring from Dryden, stacking his storm surges. Now that is a tongue twister. No! Go TCG, go! He needed to play all 5, and he could have a serious shot at victory. Only 2 had been played, and the storms hadn't yet begun to target Ken. Ken recalibrated how much energy he put into the last jump, and launched again. Black energy surged underneath him, and he needed to move fast to catch this little speed demon. Dryden turned at Fallen Angel's apex and held up Soulbound. It was perfectly timed. The beam went up straight through Dryden, engulfing both of them and swapping their HP. Dryden was now comfortably sitting at a comfortable 70% to Ken's 30%. Cypher and his party erupted. A massive soulbound by Dryden! That's a 70% to 30% health swap, folks. Mark's voice came to life, competing with the crackling of the thunder throughout the Colosseum. Ken, coming to his senses after being engulfed, noticed the health bars had swapped. Immediately, in fury, darkness began to emit from him. Ken was directing the darkness towards Dryden while he was still on the move. It connected. Ken's health began to climb. He was sapping health from Dryden. 40% to 60%, now 50% to 50%. They were even. Dryden couldn't believe how fast Ken moved around the stage. He's huge. How is he this fast? The way he propels throughout the stage with that staff like a fucking pogo stick. Ken was wearing down Dryden slowly. Dryden had been imagining Rengo having to at least build up his forest in the beginning. He had imagined having some time in the early game to cycle through and shuffle cards before things got real. No such luck with Fallen Angel. Fallen Angel didn't have to build up strength. He was a beast out of the gate. Dryden's experience against Fallen Angel was non-existent. Nobody played that mythic, and Cypher himself had been preparing Dryden for Rengo. He had no idea Ken had swapped. Ken had been laying into him no rest. Dryden had been forced to run, dodge, evade the entire fight, playing every card that may buy him the time for the next shuffle, always on the defensive, trying to stay alive. It was until Soulbound came into play that anyone thought Dryden had a chance. The crowd erupted when they saw the health bars swap. Dryden thought back for a moment on how the barcode helped him, and what he had to go through to obtain the rare card before snapping back into the fight. Dryden was feeling himself after getting amazing value from Soulbound, but things quickly evened out when waves of darkness were manifesting out of Fallen Angel directed towards Dryden. It was cold. My health bar. Dryden vaguely recalled Fallen Angel's lifesteal at some point, but he wasn't sure what the cooldown or conditions were for the spell, just that it hit him. Dryden was shuffling away. Dryden was shuffling, always on the move, until 6 new cards showed. He had a couple of viable choices, either adding another Storm Surge to the field, or he could play his mech. The mech had won Dryden many fights. He wanted to keep the game plan and continue to drop Storm Surge cards. They stack and improve exponentially. Very rare combo cards, but the problem was Dryden's conditioning. He was exhausted. Ken had worn him out and shown no signs of slowing. The mech would give him some breathing time, because when he entered the mech, the Evo console took on all his weight and added to mech immersion. It would give him a breather. Ken was upset with himself that the fight had even persisted this long. The brat had pulled off a couple of tricks. First, these storm cards. Ken wasn't sure what they were building to, but he wasn't sure. He didn't want to wait around to find out. Ken hadn't studied the storms or whatever that health swap was. That card was not in any of Dryden's old VODs. Asshole Nebu. Oh no, it might be a mistake for him to use the mech because it's in his old deck. Ah! Ken had wanted to humiliate Dryden, something that was becoming less and less attainable. The match persisted. Fucking Nebu. Nebu is next. We'll see what your loyalty brought you soon enough. As Ken was gaining on Dryden, all the parts of the mech appeared and took hold. Ken had read about the mecha in Fallen Angel's library. The mechanical warrior suit doesn't have rear view mirrors or windows in the back. No way for Dryden to see behind him or move accordingly. Ken dashed immediately in accordance, while the mech's animation was still completing. Dryden looked straight to where he thought he was about to boost forward and gun down some Ken. Ken was nowhere to be found. He looked left, he looked right, eventually opting to turn around. An explosion of purple consumed Dryden. Ken didn't miss. His trajectory this time. It was a clean hit on an unsuspecting opponent. The mech couldn't handle the pressure and imploded. Dryden felt the hint of cold through his entire body, and the defeat screen looked more grim than normal, with shadows all along the edges and a faint laughter coming from all angles. Dryden could feel a chill. Ken had won. Watching the VODs is something that, you do for any sport. Every sports does that, Void. It was kind of a skill issue, to be honest. He should not have gone with his mech. He should have gone with the storm. But then I don't know how long he would have lasted without the mech either, because he did need that breathing room. Oh, TCG's back story. My family is struggling to put food on the table. I'll just play Evolution TCG card tournament and win. Yes, pretty much Void. Okay, I'm just imagining Ken bouncing around Dryden on a literal pogo stick. So if I wanted to get into esports, I would watch my VODs. No, you'd watch your opponent's VODs. That's how you do it. You gotta know what your opponents are up to. Oh, sad boy. Sad boy. Chapter 32. Inside Perspective, Dryden. Ash Hannah here with your Inside Perspective. Dryden, great fight! I think it's so cool that you used TCG. I was so excited to watch you two go at it. Thanks, that's nice of you to say. Could I give a shout out to the TCG community? Sure, go right ahead. Dryden gathered himself and stood up in front of the interview couch. His avatar in front of the entire Colosseum, everyone watching online. I appreciate all the support you all have been giving me, and I'm sorry I couldn't come up with a win. I enjoyed every minute of the journey. Thanks to everyone for the opportunity. I thought screen watching was frowned upon. That's not what screen watching is. You want to study your enemy's strats, you watch their past gaming. Screen watching is when you're watching someone stream live so that you can get the advantage. That's not watching the VODs. Ash Hannah had a huge smile and was close to tears. She spoke up. Oh, that's awesome, Dryden. You look like you needed to get that off your chest. You did great. You fought so hard. Ken is a tough cookie. Did you know you are the youngest competitor to ever fight in the Colosseum? I did know that, yeah. Well, what do you think about that, Dryden? I mean, it's cool, but I have to go back home, so I'm not feeling too great at the moment. Can we talk about the fight, maybe? Absolutely. Sorry, Dryden. You had brilliant use of the Soulbound card. We've never seen that used before, and a lot of us don't play TCG. Could you talk about that card? Have you ever used it before? Me and Scythe only had one chance to run through some of my new cards briefly. That was one of them. I've already been getting emails coming in from TCG players asking how to get the card. These people are pretty serious. What do I tell them? Dryden's head sank. He peeked over at Ash Hannah, shaking his head, hinting to Ash Hannah to stop talking about this. Alright, I'm sorry again, Dryden. You are one strange dude. Do you get that a lot? Yeah. Bro. I used to play multiplayer Call of Duty with my brother's friend, and when I looked at where he was on the split screen, he'd yell at me for watching. Yeah, that's screen watching. You're not supposed to do that, because you're supposed to, find them yourself. Yeah, that's because that's watching live during the battle. Yeah, VODs have already happened, so it's more like... It's like if you're a football player or football team, and you're going up against another football team, you watch their past matches. It's the same kind of thing, to get an idea of their tactics and what they do. That's what watching the VODs does. The interview was collapsing. Ash Hannah was asking good questions, but she was getting tripped up by random stuff she couldn't account for. What do you plan to do now? Well, I guess I'm going back home and back to high school. Back to the burger shack and back to the grind. Maybe I can get rank 1 on the ladder and come back. Give it another shot. I have a lot of new tools, and now I have time to refine my new potential. Yes, exactly. We haven't seen the last of you. You're so young. Okay, it's been great, Dryden. We need to bring in Ken. Goodbye, and good luck on your ladder climb. Look forward to seeing you compete again. Dryden exited the console, and as the top lifted up, the whole group came into view. They were all dressed to party. No, wait, they definitely had been partying. They were all smiling and spilling drinks and laughing. I thought you weren't gonna show anyone to this place, Dryden said. Cypher nodded and took another sip. It was a last-minute impulse. I wanted to be here for you. We took off from the hotel after that soulbound. Bro, that was a nice move. Ken won't forget that scare anytime soon, that's for sure. Cypher said, nodding. Solid reminder, though. Hey, everyone. Don't talk about this place, please. Was Mark even able to say anything about Dark Angel because he was so rarely used? I don't know. We didn't get much of the actual commentary. So, yo, Dryden, close fight, kid. Semtex helped him out of the console, and everyone gave him a hug. Great fight, Dryden. Nice try, bro. Everyone was coming by and patting him on the shoulder. How's my girlfriend look? Cypher asked. Ash Hannah's your girlfriend? Of course! I just saw her on my phone here that you just told her you're going back home to work at some burger stand. How is it that you can do that and stay here and work for me? I don't see how you could do both. Oh, yay! He doesn't have to go back home. Dryden perked up. Are you fucking with me again? Are you giving me a job? Don't fuck with me. You're the only one who's fought against Ken's fallen angel. You're a valuable asset, young man. Ken may be able to stop you from getting into the Colosseum, but he can't take you off my team. That's my call, not yours. I don't even have money for the flight home, so this is the easiest decision of my life. He's an asset! Yay, I'm so happy. Genuinely very happy. Everyone laughed, and a group hug couldn't help but break out. Well, that settles it, everyone. I'd like to introduce you to our new assistant trainer! Everyone congratulated Dryden, and he felt as though this was it. He was home. This was a win. Cue that Hulk meme. I consider this a win. I feel like that's the end. Yeah. Hello, Rita. I'm new to all this. I've never marked anything, so by some miracle you found this and enjoyed this. Please spread the word. Yes, do! As I said, no work. Boris, you literally just missed it. We literally just finished. Your timing could not be any worse. It's fine. I expected this to not last the whole time. So we'll do something else for the time. No worries. We did it! I know, Boris. I'm so sorry. You just missed it. It was good though. I really enjoyed that. Arrived on time to have them last time. Yeah. So as I said at the start of the stream, if you did enjoy this in any particular way, whether you have like only mostly good things or maybe even some critiques, please use the links to Amazon or Goodreads in the description, or go find it yourself and review it. Review the book and tell me if you review the book, or I will go hunt you down. Or I will hunt down the review, not hunt you down. Because obviously, as I've said before, I am looking to get sponsored at some point. And I would like to be able to showcase my value as a super duper amazing influencer. And if you buy the books or thingies, let me go. What are we doing now? Talking about spring plans? My plans for spring is to exist even longer. No, I don't think we'll talk about any particular plans. Plans are secret. Well, no, I don't have that many plans. I have some, but I'm not going to tell you about them. What are we going to do? We have a good point. I'm not sure what we're going to do. Like I said, I expected this not to take the whole stream. However, I didn't really make any plans, like a smart person. Boss is going on a manhunt next week for those reviews. Yes! I read you this shit for free! So the least you can do is, get those reviews in. If you liked any of the other books I read, like, I know some of you... I looked back and they were like, the last thing I fully read was Frankenstein. So it's like, you can't really leave a review for Frankenstein. I mean, you probably can, somewhere. But, like, that's not one you could do. So I think the last one I read in full that you could probably leave a review for, if you enjoyed it, was One for the Road. a long while ago. Long while ago. Play Minecraft. Honestly, I thought about it for a hot second. We could probably do a little Minecraft if we wanted to. Humma. Come, chameleon. Why is that stuck in my head? I have no clue. What have I got? I enjoyed these videos a great deal. Thank you for doing these. There is one more page. Foreshadowing for episode 2. Oh, you put on a great stream. Thanks again. No problem, WTF reality. I sense that you are the author. If I have one more page, let's read it. Oh, we do. We have a preview. Thank you for telling me. When I load into the match against my opponent, we've agreed upon the rules. Within the limits of the rules, we can do whatever we choose. Not only do I not want to break the agreed upon rules, I can't. I can only exit or play, as can they. Because while we play, it is only the rules of the game. The rules are indifferent. We interact with them as if they are an extension of ourselves, but we have zero power over them. And it is because we do not wield power to bend against the game's rules that we have complete freedom to push ourselves within it. If I can do it, it is allowed. And that is freedom. And that is how I feel when I play Evolution. That I am free. Stan Nebu Rhodes, January 2059, so a year before the book is set. An excerpt from your all patched up documentary on Evolution patch 1.11. Aww, that's really cute. Honestly, the whole like disability accessibility thing is really sweet and a good addition. Makes me happy. But that means Nebu's get his ass kicked in the next one. Philosophers are also playing this game. Well, a lot of martial artists tend to be something of philosophers too. They do all the meditation and the clearing of the mind. My friend Brandy over here will chase me around in a manhunt. I win if I slay the Ender Dragon. Shit. Wait, shit, wrong kind of manhunt. Yeah. Yeah, that was wonderful. I will definitely be leaving a review for myself as well. But you guys should leave reviews too. What kind of silly thing can we do for the rest of the stream? Oh, I know. I was watching Kiwawa. Takanashi Kiwawa recently. And she was doing, that one. She did a stream yesterday. Not very recently. Are you gonna hunt me down if I don't leave a review? No, Boss 10 Show. I love Boss 10 Show. She's my favorite. She's 100% my favorite VTuber. I love 10 Show. 10 Show makes me happy. I'll find it. 1 second. Google. Your feedback has been great. You'll be incorporated a lot in the next round of editing. Thanks again. Have a good day. Thank you too. What the fuck is reality for giving me permission to read your book. It was very fun, and I am it's great. It's great. I really look forward to the next one. Will you press the button? Here it is. Sure, have my stuff. So let's do the press the button game. Because we can. Because we can. Sorry for the adverts on the side. Feminism as a whole ceases to exist. Well, I already don't. Was something worse than oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Someone wrote this, didn't they? Oh, lordy-dee-doo. I do have ad blocker, it's just not doing very well, apparently. Would it be unprofessional if I add your name in the review, or is it okay-ish? Just say, hey, I come here from this streamer, I read the book, yada yada. I don't know, honestly. I'm not 100% if that's... I guess putting how you discovered the book isn't too bad. Maybe like, I discovered this book through so-and-so. U-block. I have, what is this one? I have ad block, just ad block. But it's obviously not working very well. Yeah, What the fuck is reality? How would you feel about that? Since it would be reviews on your book. I will not press the button because I don't want feminism to stop existing. Because, oh, I don't even want to do that one. Yeah. U-block is better than most. I will invest in it next time, but for now, maybe I can do some blocking with some cool things. If I just add an image of something. Blocker. I think, no, yeah, I have an existing blocker. Yeah, let's just put that there. There we go. See, it's fine. It's just me. And then, there we go. What adverts? It's just me. Oh, that's completely fine. Please mention how you discovered the book. Yeah, so if you want to mention that you discovered the book through me, through the stream of Brian Rose Smith, then that's fine. I think that's probably the best way to do it without feeling like you're putting an advert out there for me. What the hell is this game? What the hell? This game gave me some negative first impressions. Like, I think that question in this push the button game was a bit off. Yeah, that one was definitely done by someone who has some issues, shall we say. Most definitely issues. Saying I found this book through streamer might give the author the idea that they might be meaning the streamer they sponsored. I'm not sure. I really don't know how to do it nicely. I think I need to like extend this a little bit. Next! Yeah, that was a hell of a question to begin with. Oh, so this one looks better. So, you become a pyromancer. You can conjure fire from your hands and manipulate any existing fire with your mind. Your powers will continuously get stronger over time as long as you constantly make use of them. But if your skin ever comes in contact with ice or snow, you will lose your powers and become paralyzed completely. You will then die a slow agonizing. Fuck that. Fuck that. It doesn't snow that often here, but you know, it snows too often for that. No. I don't need to be a pyromancer that bad. Why would you want fire powers? Fire powers would be nice. I would like to just conjure a fire in my hands and just enjoy the warmth. That would be lovely. But there isn't. Oh, that's a good point. We could do like a coat of fire. I also very much appreciate that they didn't put water, so you can still have a shower. You can still maintain hygiene, but any other form of water, you're screwed. Yeah, no, already hot enough without me setting the place on fire. I would like to be an electromancer though, so I can prank Briny. How would you prank me with being an electromancer? Do you mean someone who could control like the internet and stuff? Because I don't think electromancer could do that on its own. You'd need some kind of technomancer for that, I believe. If it was just snow, I'd consider it, but ice as well. That's true. You'd want ice in your drinks and stuff, wouldn't you? That's a good point. And what if you accidentally destroy something with that power? Then you're a bad pyromancer, I guess. But no, I don't need the ability to control fire that much. Like, that's stupid. So, most people, there are like 40% of people who will do it. I'm surprised. I wouldn't mind being a seafood mancer. I'm kind of hungry. Does ice cream count as well? Oh my god, yes, because ice cream has ice. Oh my gosh, yeah, it would count. It would, because it's got ice in it. Most of them has crushed up ice in it. Oh my god, yeah, not worth it. Not worth it. Not worth it at all. Global range control over thunder and electricity. I don't think you... I mean, if you continuously get stronger over time, so maybe by the time you're old, you can have it that strong if you continuously used it. I love snow. This would be like asking me to kick the bucket. Aww. Well, luckily, we're not picking that one. That's terrible. You can read minds, but you go deaf. That's not bad. But then I'd never be able to listen to music. I really like... I don't think I could live if I couldn't listen to music. I'm such like an audio person sometimes. Like, so I need to like curl up, listen to music and vibe to just survive my life. Sometimes one of my favorite things is I'm a little stressed. I'll go to bed. I'll put some big headphones on. And I'll just close my eyes and I'll just vibe. I'll just be snuggly with some music. And that's like all you need sometimes. Yeah, I also hate the idea of mind reading. I don't want to know what people are thinking, honestly. That would destroy any sort of trust we build up. Honestly, yeah. I don't think I'd want to know what people... I don't want to know what people are thinking most of the time. I don't want to know... People's outside personas sometimes are somewhat different to their inside ones, and honestly, I don't want to know if it's that different. I think I'd like to live in blissful ignorance to if someone I've met is actually like a raging sexist or something. I don't know. Or a misogynist. I don't know. I don't want to find that out. I'd rather not know what people are thinking. I get in enough with what people say. True. I like listening to music, and also reading minds probably won't be as cool as people would think. I can read minds and go deaf. I think if I run into someone with degenerate thoughts, especially ones about me, I can probably figure out echolocation. The thing is, you wouldn't really need echolocation, like, because you're not going blind, you're going deaf. And theoretically, you'd be fine for conversation because people think about what they're saying. So you'd be able to get a good idea of what... You'd be able to have a conversation probably pretty well, and no one would ever figure out you're deaf. Until you need to watch a TV or something like that. But no, generally, because I'd have to give up music, I wouldn't be able to do this. Also, people's thoughts are usually really jumbled and random, so reading someone's mind would also be used as... Yes, it would... Oh, I was having this conversation with my friends at one point. About some people not having like an inner monologue in their head, and they didn't, and I do. I have a very loud inner monologue in my head. So like you'd meet someone who has an inner monologue, and it would probably be like fairly easy to like read what they're saying. And then you'd have people like my friends who don't have inner monologues, and their brain is just like elevator music. Because they're chill. They don't, in the best way possible, they don't think about things too much. They don't overthink it too much, like I would. And it's crazy. Don't forget to consider what they're visualizing. Oh, that's a good point as well. I would, I think this website is made for 14-year-olds and getting lots of money by spamming ads. Yeah, probably. But you know what? What I like about it is it gets me talking about things, in rather than me having come up with stuff in my head. It just, we're talking about things. We're having a lot of chatting, and you guys are talking about things too. That's what I like about it. It is made by 14-year-olds and a lot of edgelords, but you know what? It starts a conversation. That's what I like about it. I would feel bad for anyone who reads minds. Nothing but super disjointed thoughts about planes and memes. Why does your inner monologue sound like Matt Mikkelsen? Trying to read an artist's minds would be chaotic. Oh, it would. Is it gonna ask if you get super speed, but everything slows down for you? Probably at some point. Apples, yeah, apples. Pineapples! Mate, why are you thinking about apples in the middle of a hockey game? Imagine reading someone's mind who has trauma! Oh, won't that be fun? It's like, oh no, we're gonna die. But yeah, I don't want to read minds. I never want to read minds. But apparently 43% of people who had this question want to read minds, and they're a bit strange for that, I think. Everyone in this chat seems to be of the mind to not read the minds. And that is wonderful. Okay. Every time you dream, any possession you acquire in your dream will be with you when you wake up. Your dreams will always be nightmares of your worst fears and will be extremely realistic. I don't think there's very few of these button ones I've ever seen where I actually would press it, because this one is definitely a hell nah. Oh, I have weird dreams anyway. Like, I don't really have nightmares, but I wake up and I'm disturbed by just how weird it all is. Because I don't quite lucid dream, but there's a part of me when I dream that is vaguely aware that it is a dream, but I can't quite control it still. So it goes along and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? And it's so confusing and scary and I don't like it. I'd love to bring demons into the real world. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I got disturbing enough dreams, thanks. I convinced myself I'm terrified of really strong buff women, no downside. Perfect, that's all you need. And then you just need to hold on to one of them really tight, and then boom! You have your own really strong buff woman. Pro tip, play super alarm sound every once in a while and watch who jumps in surprise. No laughs and dreams, no laughs and dreams. No laughs and dreams. But yeah, I'm good. I'm good. Oh my god, I saw this in a horror MMD about Toho, where Marisa would dream about going into the Great Library to steal books, and on the second dream, they hunt her down and she disappeared. Oh, spooky. Apparently some people are willing to... They must have good dreams. That 33% of people must have good dreams. They must know. They must be the way. I remembered this is a plot of Mike Flanagan movie. It's called Before I Wake, I think. Oh, that's cool. Also, if I dream about a muscular briny, I'm taking that home. Like I'm Rena from Igarashi. Perfect. You will obtain a backpack with limitless space and it doesn't feel any heavier. Bag of holding? Oh, heck yeah. Each time you add an item, you move slightly slower than before. But like how many items can I get in there before I move? Because even if it's limitless space, so like if I needed to move my PC, as long as I can get it in the open, I would do this. This is one I might actually press the button for, because just because it's limitless space doesn't mean I need to use it for like lots of things. I could just use it for like particularly heavy things. Yeah, you can put the bag down. Easy. It doesn't say like that. I don't see that. This is not a bad downside. You should take it, Briny. Your grandma. He's already slow. You're not wrong. My grandma body's always been slow though. Always. I have never been fast in my life. I was always last in every race I have ever run when I was younger too, so... But what if you add items into a closed box and place it in there? Does it count as one item on many? I like that loophole. It would have to be tested. Me going to the NASA Space Center and stealing tasty space rocks. Yeah! I mean, no, you shouldn't steal things, but yeah! Tasty space rocks. I think it's a balancing act, but yeah, it's a nice trade for me. Honestly, this is a very good one. This is one I will press the button for this one. We are pressing the button. Oh, that's easy. I'd press the button and you'd be sacrificing kinetic energy, but you need to keep it zipped up, or someone can figure out the drawback and put 1,000 paper clips in your backpack, and then you just put the bag down. Pressing it. 40% of people didn't want it. They didn't want the bag of holding. Who doesn't want the bag of holding? Admittedly, like you said, you would have to be very careful with it. If someone put 1,000 paper clips in. But just don't make it obvious you've got a bag of holding. Only use it with people you... 41% of people are Sonic fans. They do indeed gotta go fast, and no bag of holding's gonna stop them. Perfect. Press the button. You become the Emperor of Earth in the future, but Earth is a nuclear wasteland with only 60,000 humans left alive. Well, that's basically what's gonna happen anyway, right? I may as well be Emperor at the time. However, I don't want to bring about that apocalypse quite so fast, because I feel like if that's gonna happen to the planet, that hopefully is gonna happen after I die. Hopefully we've got a few generations between that and now. And I don't want to bring that fate upon the Earth any faster than it already is. So... no button. No button. Well, shit. I'd press it. I'd be Brainy second in charge. If you pressed it, you'd be Emperor. It seems to imply survive nuke. Not bad, though. Yeah, but I just don't... I just feel like if you pressed the button, it's almost like you'd be responsible for said nuke. Because it would make you Emperor of Earth. Therefore, it would have to happen in your lifetime. Unless pressing the button makes you immortal until you become the Emperor of Earth. Therefore, you could be alive for several thousand years, waiting to become the Emperor of Earth because you pressed a goddamn button when you were like 30 and now you're several thousand years old and you're like, for fuck's sake, when is this gonna happen? Press the button, become Immortal Joe. Emperor before it happens. Anyway, like 5 years, still no deal. It's... gotta break a few million eggs, become Emperor, I guess so. Also, what in the world would I do as Emperor? Honestly. Honestly, that's so much responsibility. Nah. I've always said this about leadership roles, is that anyone who would actually do well in a leadership role has the good sense to know how terrible a responsibility that would be. And doesn't want the leadership role. Drink tea, eat grapes, sit on throne. No, that's not how you lead a people. I cannot. Hopefully in those 60,000 people there would be people smarter than me that I could hire to do the smart things while I do the tea and the grapes. Yes. We could do that. We could do that. That would be okay. That explains every manager I've worked with. It is. It's. I think that's how it works. I think that's how. That's why politicians are idiots. Lying idiots most of the time, because they don't have the good sense to know how to be a leader. Because if they did, they wouldn't be a leader. But no, I mean, but I could just... Void, you have kind of sold it to me. But if it's the immortal thing, I get to be immortal. And then until... as long as... But then if I'm immortal, then my boyfriend will die before me and then I will be sad. We can't do that. We can't do that. Statistically, he will die before me anyway, because men have shorter life expectancies, but still! That's not the point. That's not the point. Also, 60k left. At least half of them will be Gen Z and brainwashed. Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah. What if he's a model too? But he's not part of the button. There's nothing to do with him. Being a leader doesn't mean that people must listen to your comment. That's true. I could declare myself Emperor of Earth right now and no one would have to listen to me. People could just be like, okay, sweetie, whatever. So, yeah, I can't do it. No, too many downsides. Too many downsides. 40% of people are really hyped to be Emperor of Earth. Good for them. Good for them. You'd listen, though. You could be one of those 6,000 people, I guess. You would have fame, looks, and money. The fame, looks, and money of Tom Cruise, but you would be forced to sit through Vanilla Sky. What is Vanilla Sky? What is Vanilla Sky? Vanilla Sky. What is it? What? It's a movie. It's a 2001 American sci-fi psychological film. Wikipedia, tell me things. Tell me what Vanilla Sky is. It's a good movie, goddammit, apparently. I know what this is. So, let's have a look. It follows a magazine publisher who begins to question reality after being disfigured in a car crash. Skip next topic. No, I want to talk about this, Lucas. Because, you know, Tom Cruise does have... But then it heavily implies if I had the looks of Tom Cruise, then I would look like Tom Cruise. And I don't really want to look like a dude. I am a woman. And I am not interested in gender reassignment. So, no thank you. No thank you. Just because I don't want to be, I don't want to be Tom Cruise, really. Some people do. 45%, no, 55% of people do. And honestly, having to watch one movie for it, not that bad, not that bad. Tom Cruise, but with my voice. Oh, that would be funny. That is the real downside. Nothing's wrong with that if it's just once, but every day, no. Unless you have to imagine brand new Tom Cruise's face. I have seen half the stuff my mate sends me. A bad movie is fine. Just skip the fame part. I'd rather skip the looks part. I want the money. I'm not too as much asked about the fame, because I mean I wouldn't be a streamer if fame wasn't a small part of my brain. The money I would like now. The money I would very much like. Give me the money. I just don't want the looks. I just don't want the looks. Now if it were the mummy, ugh. You can become an incredibly talented artist or writer. I already am, obviously. You'll never have an original idea. You must rely on others to tell you what to draw or write. Oh. Ow. I want to be sick. No. Yeah, nah. There is no upside to this. No. I mean, you can have the argument there is no such joke's on you, I already am. Just like Michael Kerr's skill with no creativity. It's kind of sad when that happens. Seems empty. It would feel empty. You'd just be like copying things all the time. And as much as you can, I mean, a lot of creativity at the moment is basically mismatching things and shoving them together, because that's kind of how my brain works. A lot of my ideas is very clear where they came from, but I've tried to shove them together in a way that maybe hasn't been seen before. But I guess I wouldn't even be able to do that. It would just be a case of I must rely on others to tell me what to draw or write, so I wouldn't even be able to do that, which is just sad. Sounds like a lot of corporate blockbusters lately. Yeah, pretty much. You become human AI artist. Pretty much. Yeah, that's what that is. Bryony, didn't you say everything is technically unoriginal? Yeah, everything is technically unoriginal. I mean, there's only a very finite amount of ideas in the world. Like I said, a lot of my stuff isn't really technically original. It's a lot of different ideas that may have existed that I've put together in different ways. And ended up with something that is a bit more original. Like, they just gotta write it anyway. Put your own spin on things. There's no such thing as originality, as an original idea, but you can have an original flavor of that idea. Ice cream isn't original, but, I mean, a lot of the flavors can be. Sesame ice cream, like, for example, that was tasty. You become a god and can control reality and everything in existence as you see fit. But every time you take a dump, you poop cacti. This is unimaginably painful, and you never acquire any tolerance for the agony. You cannot stop yourself from going to the bathroom for longer than 24 hours. I'm scared because somebody might be... Yep, that sounds terrible. God painkillers. Yeah, that's true. It doesn't say you can't... That's a question for a 7-year-old. It does, like, as much as it says you don't build up a tolerance to the agony, it doesn't mean you can't give yourself some kind of painkillers. That's correct, Void. You have found the solution. Every idea has been thought of before, but how it's done is still... Exactly, Chase, exactly. But at the same time, I don't really want to. Could you imagine how boring it would be to be able to control reality and everything in existence to how you see fit? Rewrite pain into pleasure. Perfect. That would work too. But no, I don't like the idea of having that much power. Like, part of what makes life interesting is the adversity and having to work around things and all that sort of stuff. I don't like the idea of being able to cheat my way through things. But you could... Oh my god, I could make Pokemon real! You're right. But shit. But no. But yes. But no. To quote Kanye West, no man should have that much power. Good thing I'm a woman. I am no man. All the I could have my own Arcanine. I don't know how to feel about quoting Kanye West. Oh no. I guess the thrill would be entertaining for the first hour, but eventually would get boring, and you can alter reality to your will, so technically you can take the godhood from yourself. That's a good point! So I could make Pokemon real, and then take away godhood. But if I took away godhood, would I still be pooping cactuses? Because... that's still the thing. Then get a doctor to do the cactus thing. I don't think a doctor could. If a god literally can't uncactus their own art. No, what you could do is make another being that could sort out the cactus issue for you. And only that. And then delete it. Like... I can't stop myself from pooping cactuses, but I could make something that can, let them do it, and then create a Doctor the Cat. Exactly! And then, like, I could, yeah, perfect. No, make Sonic real. I don't know if I want to make Sonic, but then he does look so, oh my god. I'm sorry, you made me think about the movies, and then you made me think about the third movie coming out at the end of the year, and I'm so excited! You don't know how much. I need to know who they have voicing Shadow. I need it. I need that announcement right now. Make my Sonic... No, we don't need to make Sonic. No, normal fandom. What I can do is I can erase my Sonic fan fictions from all recollection. But you know what? Keanu Reeves as Shadow. I actually would be very happy with Keanu Reeves as Shadow. I don't know. Like he has a nice gravelly voice. It would work. But I don't know if Keanu could do the big feelings. Maybe. I like the idea of it. I really do. Okay, we found enough loopholes that I could press this button now. Wait, that's this year. Yes, it is. And they put out a little teaser with the trailer, and it has like a little bit of the Live and Learn song in the background. I'm so excited. Time to make a reality walking proof box, but Brownie's fanfic, I guess. Okay, then Daniel Day-Lewis is Shadow. Maybe. Keanu Reeves, or the guy that was tilted as the nice guy around. Yeah, that guy. Jonathan Wick. We're pressing the button. We found enough ways around this that we can press the button. And we don't have to worry about our cactus poops anymore. We win. We win reality. Next, Bhutan. You receive... Is that $10,000? $10,000 for the rest of your life. You must volunteer half of your waking hours to pet it. No. No. Nothing is worth that. Nothing is worth that. Definite pass. We're not even discussing that one. 55% people will sell their fucking souls. Which I suppose doesn't surprise me that 50% of people will sell their souls for money. You can work reality all you want, but I still won't forget the cringe. You should! You should forget all about the cringe. To pet of all things. I know! That was such a horrible thing. Ugh. Especially since with what you learned about them. There's a lot of bad things about PETA. Like, I don't think I've ever heard anything good about them, except that, like, they have vaguely good intentions and go about it the worst way bloody possible. At least Sailsaw does something cool, I know. Hey, Briny, if you press the button, you'll become a successful content creator where you're doing what you love, making a living. But your entire cringe Sonic fanfiction will become public. All of it? Just the one fanfic, right? Just the one. And is this entire? Just which is just the one fic, which is just the entirety of that one fic, right? Pass, in all honesty, I don't want to read that. You don't. You will. I don't think I could become a successful content creator if that whole thing came out. Not that anything in it is that bad. I just... Ugh. Worth it, also. All of it. All of it. All of it. Even all the porn... no, I haven't written any porn. That I can tell you. I have not written any porn. There is zero porn in my literary works. I am wholesome like that. Yet. I mean, I can't say for future me, I guess. Oh, but I would be... And does this content creatoring, doing what I love, mean that I can do it forever? And I will, like, make a good wage forever? Until I die? So I'm like 80-year-old grandma, including the sequels. Including the kids. Not the kids. What if they're unfinished? Yes. I would do it. I would do it. I would do it. Sod it for my life to get better off something that I am ashamed of, but I'm not that ashamed of. Like, would I have to read it though? Do I have to read it on the stream like the other ones though? A save for the future. Yeah, like it's younger me was very proud of those, honestly. A crazy way to find out Brandy wrote My Immortal. Oh god, no. The person who wrote My Immortal published that shit. That's crazy. Yes, I would have to read it. Okay. That would be difficult, but it could be done. It could be done. But, there is no guarantee of this. I would press this button. I would press this theoretical button that you've given me. Brownie, I've never written degen fanfics, my buddy. Void and I are both wholesome, right? Void, intense skill. You better not have done any smut in the fanfiction that you're about to send me, Void. You better not have. I will not read it if you put smut in there. That'll just be really weird and I don't want to read that. No smut in fics you send me, okay? No smut. No lemons, no smut. No lemons, no smut. Wholesome only. This is our wholesome stream family. Well, no, it's not. But and keep them up for all to see. No citrus zone, indubitably. No citrus here. No. Hey, Bryony, is it okay if I ship you with your boyfriend? I would love it for you to ship me with my boyfriend. We are an OTP. Congrats, you are now a world-famous Sonic author. I mean, yeah, that's what it would be. I haven't, but I may need to double-check some parts with my mother and brother. Okie dokie. Should we carry on? Congrats, you are now Kim Bentis. Great. You have unlimited money if less than 50% of people press this button, but live your whole life in poverty and suffer if more than 50 people press this button. This is kind of a fun one. Because you're unsure of some areas? That's fair, I guess. Should we press it? Should we press it? Yeah, that's very meta. I like it. It's a refreshing idea. It's a very interesting question. And like, you don't know whether you should press the button. I'm gonna press it. I'm gonna press it. I'm gonna press it. I'm gonna press it. Ha! I win! I win! 47. I get unlimited money. I did it. I did it. Don't think about it. Just press it. Don't think about it. Don't think about it. I'm already in poverty. It's fine. No, I'm not. I'm not in poverty. That's a lie. That's the thing. I expected a lot of people not to trust it. A lot of people just want to like protect their values enough. And then I YOLO'd. YOLO! So how about this one? You become Superman, but the Earth get destroyed. Can I become Supergirl instead, please? Hooray! My entire life savings just disappeared. Yay! This is just the plot of Man of Steel. It kind of is, yeah. But I can't save the Earth from being destroyed. It implies that I can't save the Earth here, which is naff. If I'm Superman, what's the point if I can't save the Earth? And I kind of live on the Earth. I kind of want it to survive. I don't really want to have to fly off to another planet and inhabit it. I don't want to have to organize getting Earthlings off the Earth and trying to start again on Mars or something. Nah. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Not worth it at all. Apparently 9 people think it is. And they're very strange. Maybe 29% of people literally just want to watch the world burn. Visit the next universe. Superman's abilities are busted, to be fair. I can see. Bryony would become Brighty Brune. Yeah, the pun didn't work. I didn't understand. Can't Superman do that time travel stuff, or was that the Flash? I mean, Superman's theoretically... They did bullshit at one point, I think, in a comic where he flew around the Earth to spin the Earth backwards to turn back time. But the Flash is the one that fucks up time travel most of the time. Was that in the movie? Ah. That's bullshit. The first one, I haven't watched many Superman movies in my lifetime. I was in the first one. That's funny. Next! You can shapeshift into any form you want, but your face is always the same. Oh my god. I'm just imagining like a cat with just a human face. That's great if you want to shapeshift into people. This would be amazing for like genderqueer and trans people. That is what this button is for. Genderqueer and trans people. So they can just change their bodies to whatever they need it to be to match their brains, and that would be great for them. But for me, I'd want to be a cat. And I don't want to be a cat with a human face. Yeah, Superman killed Goku 3 times. He's broken. But if you haven't seen Brightburn, I don't blame you. I only heard about him when the cinematic movie came out. Brightburn's like the evil Superman, isn't it? Like the little shit. I saw the horror movie trailer that was Brightburn. Me turning into Sisyphus Boulder. Haha, yes. That's curse and so knows. Exactly. I'm gonna shapeshift, don't draw, enhance certain abilities when needed. Oh, that's a good point, Lucas. You wouldn't be... If your face is always the same, that doesn't imply that your eyes and organs and stuff like that. Also, shapeshift into any form you want probably means that if you get some damage, if you shapeshift that area, you could potentially heal yourself of stuff as well. Bryony, press the button to make yourself tall. Are you short, Grandma? Nah, this Grandma likes being short, bitch. I don't want to be any taller. I'm small and cute, and I'm gonna stay this way. I'm fun-sized. Grandma likes being small. She can get away with a lot of things. Shapeshift into an IRL anime girl, but with a normal human face. Make yourself chibi. With a normal human face. What's stopping you from shapeshifting into Cthulhu? Your face wouldn't matter. But then I wouldn't be able to get the tentacles on my face because, like, I couldn't change my face. It'd be so weird. I'd be green all over except for, like, my face that would still be, like, peachy skin coloured. It'd be so weird. However, I like the idea that I can change things to enhance stuff. I also like the idea that I could potentially heal myself with it as well. So I will press the button. It is a bit weird, but it's not the biggest downside. British Cthulhu. Yeah. Also, if you're introverted, why not use shapeshifting to shrink down to avoid getting noticed? Very good. I don't like this question because I don't like my face, so no. Fair. You're in the 34% that probably did not press this button, but I do. I'm happy with my face. I'm okay with it. It is a shame that you can't shift it at all because it'd be nice, like, if I could get rid of any spots that pop up. That would be lovely. Get rid of some zits when they do their thing. That would be great, but I probably can't do that. Wait, no. I can just shapeshift myself into me, but healthy. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm thinking. Like, I wouldn't need to lose weight. I wouldn't need to go to the gym. I could just put my body the way I want it to. Like, I'm okay with my face. I don't think I'm okay. But, like, My body would be nice if I could shift it around a little bit, just to be where I'd want it to be. That would be nice. It says face. Does the top of the head count as part of the face? I changed my hairstyle. Yes! I don't think it does. Like, your face is just face. It's the place where the eyes and the mouth and stuff is. It's not your hair. So you could change your hair. I could change my hair color without needing dye. I could change the consistency and style. Oh, it would be great. It would be great. I like that. You can have any lewd you desire with anyone you desire, but you're severely depressed until you find the man and woman you're originally going to marry. I already have them. And I don't really want lewd with anyone else, so nah, I'm good. Skip. You'll have an amazing memory, never forgetting anything. Plot to every rom-com ever. 14-year-old question, right? That really was, yeah. But any horrific events you have seen will be relived every night in vivid nightmares. Nah, I'm good, thank you very much. Anything that gives nightmares, I don't really want. I kind of really value my sleep. And anything that's gonna make my sleep not something I want to do. I already have this button, thank you. I have a terrible memory. It would be nice to have a good memory. But like I said, I value my sleep too much. I really like sleep. Sleep is great. Nappy wappies are the bestie westie. So, this is a hell no. This is a hell no. Easy to stay in your house all day. No trauma for me. Fun fact. I can have lewd with anyone I want right now. It's called, no. You have amazing memory, not forgetting anything. Even cringe horrors you created in elementary. Oh. I guess I like my cringe. I just don't like sharing it publicly. That's the issue of my Sonic fanfic. I go back to it and I'm like, aw, look at me. Look at what I did. I enjoyed that so much. And I actually kind of have fond memories of writing that stuff. I just don't like sharing it with the internet, that's all. So no, we're not pressing that button. That button is naff. I would like to forgetting things. My brain would pop out with that amount of data. Just pops out of your ear while you're sleeping. It just swarms away like, fuck this shit, I'm out. Be worshipped like a god by the entire human race, controlling the weather, seasons, natural disasters, life and death, etc. But you are completely invisible to everyone, and you can never interact with another person. Basically, be Christian God. That's what they're saying here. Be Christian God. And that sounds like a really naff thing. I don't think I'd want to be Christian. Become a normal god. Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm good. I don't think I want to be a god, especially if I can't, like, live a life. I like being immortal, thank you. It's pretty good. We have it pretty good. It's tough to be a god. Da 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 da. Good old Eldorado. Yeah, I don't want to be a god. I'm good. I'm good with my mortal existence. Thank you very much. I don't need that in my life. You don't like being mortal? Well, being mortal is great. Being a god would be boring as heck, especially this kind of god, where you exist but you don't exist. You may as well not exist. You get one rule-free wish, but so does everyone else. That's Wonder Woman. That was the plot of Wonder Woman. And we saw how chaotic that was, because some people are a bit nasty and would wish for nasty things. I would like to believe in humanity, that people would wish for nice things. But I don't think I do. I would like, keyword here, I would like to believe in humanity enough for that. Problem is I don't. And then you feel guilty when your followers commit genocide in your name. I know, that would be shit. And I wouldn't be able to tell them not to. Like, bro, please stop crusading. But now, there they go, crusading again. Oh, sucks to be a god who can't do that shit. I wish that people would use it responsibly. Easy. As long as you got your wish in first. Yeah, that would be good. Or maybe like, I wish these wishes cannot be used selfishly. I'd wish for 100 more wishes. It didn't say you can't wish for more wishes, but that doesn't stop the chaos of everyone else's wishes, Void. I'd wish for Void to have no wishes. See? This is why we can't trust people with wishes. They just use them to spite each other. Yeah, I don't think this would be good. I think too many people would wish for their waifus to be real. And when you have VTubers who are waifus but kind of real people, but kind of, it'd be really weird. It'd be really weird. I don't want that. I don't want this. This is bad. I would not inflict this upon the world. Apparently, 58% of people have better faith in humanity than I do, or they want their rule-free wish that much that they don't care about the consequences. I'd also wish for the Forbidden Library to be real. I wish for Nulak to be real and to be in her true form. Well, you just wished for the end of the world, Void. God damn it. I wish for a Briny Rose Smith Kumo to pet and hug. Oh my god, yes. 58% of people did watch Wonder Woman 84. Correct. They're optimistic. Either they're optimistic or incredibly selfish. One or the other. Press the button. Your good dreams come true, but your nightmares become a part of the real world. Ha ha ha. No. I don't really... I mean, if my nightmares became part of the real world, the world would have ended by now. At least 3 of my nightmares would have ended the world by now. Or at least there'd be at least one zombie apocalypse going on. I don't know why anyone would do this. Unless they have, like, little nightmares, if they're... Oh. Do you not dream, Lucas? Do you not dream? Or you're just one of those people... My boyfriend's like that. He doesn't really remember his dreams much. So when he does, it's very rare. Basically just Florida. Briny has a nightmare about Love Time. Press. Nah. I've never had a nightmare about Love Time. Like I said, I've had zombie apocalypse ones kind of stuff. I hardly ever have nightmares now that I'm an adult. That's good. That's good. Like I said, I don't tend to have nightmares often. Like I said, I tend to have weird but disturbing dreams. I'm not terrified or afraid when I wake up, but I'm just like that. I'm disturbed. Disturbing dreams. So no. The real nightmares with the friends we made along the way. Oh heck yeah. But no. Anything about bringing my nightmares to life, God no. And a lot of people agree, so that's good. One more. You will save the world, but no one will ever know. That's fine. I don't care. Happily. I don't even have to think about this. Why do I need recognition for that? I would love to save the world from its impending doom. From either our environment crisis or our economic crises or political crises. Yes! 100%! There is no doubt. Exactly. No downside, James. No downside. 0 downside on that one. Cool. Save the world with 0 price. Exactly. Boom. Happy time. Happy time for everyone. And you know what's also a happy time? Well, it's not a happy time. This is the exact opposite of a happy time. The time when I have to end the stream. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, Briny, great job for washing your hands. You stopped a deadly disease from wiping out the earth. I'd be happy with that. I saved people's lives. I'm happy with that. The only downside is saving the world. Yeah, that's true. Does it deserve it? Maybe not. Glad you could catch at least 2 minutes. Woo! Welcome for the 2 minutes, James. Welcome. Thank you, everyone, for coming. Thank you, everyone in chat. Thank you to anyone who lurked. Thank you to anyone who watched the VOD. If you have not already, I would highly appreciate it if you could leave a like, on the stream and subscribe to my channel. I will be back tomorrow, most likely with some Minecraft and some... what's the word? Oh no, and there will be a suspiciously familiar cat girl on Twitch also playing some Star Rail. If you would like to, oh words, come on brain, you can do it, you can do it. If you would like some notification on that Twitch stream and my other streams, I highly suggest joining the Discord, because I do like at everyone when I do things. And if you would like to support me in other ways, there are links to my Kofi, my Patreon, and my merch store down in the description. We have books and audio clips and many things. You should just click them all and explore. It'd be really fun. It'd just be a little bit of time out of your life. And you just click through things and you'd be like, hey, this is cool, and then you might buy something, or hey, this is cool, you get short stories every month, and maybe subscribe to the Kofi or Patreon or whichever you prefer. Also, one last thing, review the books I read, guys. Review them, because I want to get sponsorships, and it will help me get sponsorships, and I would appreciate it. But other than that, thank you so much for coming. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming. I'll see you tomorrow. I had fun. I hope you had fun. This has been Bryony Rose Smith, live in the Bin Library. Hey, Bryony, are you gonna get exclusive merch out next week or next month? I don't know. What do you mean? Can you? I was literally about to sign off. What do you mean exclusive merch? Can you put details in the Discord as to what you mean by that? Do you mean the Nulark and Galahad stuff? Because like I said, that's not going to come out for a while. I really don't have time to put that together at the moment. So, I don't know. I don't know, Void. I don't know. But yes. I had fun. I hope you had fun. This has been Bryony Rose Smith, live in the Bin Library. Goodbye!